What is on the agenda around the holidays in December in Thailand? Why, go to a festive afternoon tea, that's what. Come along as we show you the holiday tea at the Avista Grande Hotel in Karon Beach.
This is Khaki Shorts, where we cover travel, food, and just utter nonsense.
As you know, Sarah is always on the lookout for great afternoon teas, no matter where we go. Since being in Phuket, we've checked out a few and have a few more on our list. But when she saw that they were having a festive afternoon tea for the holidays here, she just could not resist. This tea is offered at the Avista Grande Resort in Karon Beach. The resort is kind of hidden as it's set on a small road about a block or so off the main road and away from the beach. The tea was being offered during December and part of January. You had a choice of multiple locations inside the resort you could book your tea. We considered doing it at Therapy, or Therapy, their small tea room, but we had 4 people and weren't sure we would have enough room to spread out there. So we went with Portofino, which normally serves Thai and Indian food. This tea is offered at 999 baht for a couple. Since it was me, Sarah, and her mom, we asked our friend Jen to come along. Jen and her husband Chris can be found on YouTube as well at the Naden Travels. I'll put a link to their channel in the description box below. Their choice of tea here was not huge, but they had 4 kinds on the table, as well as a few others you could check out inside the restaurant. On the table were a Thai Earl Grey, Sweet Memory Black, a Beach Blend, and Mint Green. We had 2 pots on the table, so we tried the Thai Earl Grey, which is not quite as strong as a regular Earl Grey, and the Beach Blend, which had kind of a fruity taste to it. The options off the table were all green teas. Instead of choosing your teas and bringing you a pot to steep, they gave you tins of it, and then you added your own dried tea to the pot and added hot water from a flask they left on the table. They also provided strainers to keep the loose leaf tea from getting into your cup. A little more work, but it was okay. Since you had to make reservations for this tea, the goodies were already prepared and brought to your table in these wooden presentation bird cages. They had hooks on top where they could be hung. Maybe they do this in the tea room, but here they just set 2 of them on the table. It made it a bit cluttered, and we were talking to each other through the bars of the birdcage. Our birdcage had 2 levels. The bottom was the savories, and the top was the sweets. As always, we started with the savories. One note, they did not provide a menu or a list of what we were getting, so we just had to guess what some of these items were. This little puppy right here caught our eye first off. It almost looked like a sweet, but upon cutting it open we realized it was almost like a dumpling with a chicken curry inside. Definitely an interesting presentation. Second was a vegetable spring roll with a bit of sweet chili dipping sauce. Third out of the gate was another stunning presentation. This was a piece of fried shrimp surrounded by fried noodles. This one also had a dipping sauce in the bottom of the bowl. Next up was guacamole on toast. Then another great presentation of thinly sliced salmon rolled up to look like a flower. This was placed on soft bread with a layer of dill sauce. Next up was 2 sandwiches, a ham and cheese on focaccia bread, and a crab salad sandwich. Even though we were trying to pace ourselves, we were getting a bit full already, but we couldn't stop now. It was time for the sweets. Now usually on a tea spread such as this, they give you 1 of each item for each person at the table. Here, a few of the items had multiples, but some things only had 1, so we had to share a bit. But there was plenty to go around with lots of variety. I started simply with a spiced cookie with royal icing on top. This next one stumped me a bit as I just thought it was a cupcake. To my surprise, it was more like a pie crust, and inside there was a mixture of figs, cranberries, golden raisins, and the like. Pretty good, but it threw me for a loop when I first took a bite. They had a couple of nicely decorated macarons. I wasn't too sure about this one until we started deconstructing it. It was strawberries and a white cream surrounded by a baked meringue crust. The little dots in the bowl tasted like Sugar Smacks or Honey Smacks cereal. A little weird. This brownie was almost like fudge. It was so moist and chocolatey. Kinda made your teeth hurt if you ate too much of it. They had this little chocolate mousse inside a chocolate pie crust with this cute little guy on top made from strawberries and whipped topping. We had a debate on whether it was supposed to be Santa or a snowman. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Last up were 2 scones, one that was chocolate with chocolate chips, and the other a fruitcake flavored scone. They also had 2 pieces of regular fruitcake, but none of us were very impressed with it. We actually had quite a bit left over, so they were nice enough to box it up for us. This is our box. There was enough for Jen to take home a box of her own. After finishing off some more tea, we explored the restaurant and the resort a bit. They actually had a nice Christmas tree and gingerbread house decoration inside of Portofino. We then popped downstairs to check out their pool area and lobby. This is actually a nice looking resort. We might have to come back and stay a couple of nights during low season. Hope you enjoyed our festive afternoon tea and made your mouth water. Be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos from Thailand and around Southeast Asia. Happy holidays!